Dave! You like that stuff? Oh, it's still going on. It's still going on. I can't hear what's going on in there. Is it fading out? Is music off? Yeah? Okay, how you guys all doing? Yeah, Dave rocks. It's a good song. Muse is awesome. Okay, thanks for coming out. For those of you who don't know what this is, basically, we do this. Right now, it's once per week. I want to do it more. But basically, we just take common questions that we always get, and we do drum lessons on them. And so today, we're doing a lesson on how to develop your single-stroke roll speed. And so I'm Jared Falk. This is Dave Atkinson.
Hi, everybody. Catching my breath from that song.
In addition to the free lessons here, we also give away free stuff. Today we got some sticks, some DVDs, and a practice pad to give away. And so in order to qualify to win that stuff, you need to be live and in the chat. So if you're viewing this on the Free Drum Lessons website, you just start to type something in the chat, hit enter, and a little thing will come up and ask you to just sign up. It takes like 2 minutes. So quickly sign up, join us in the chat. You can ask questions. We'll be doing some questions later.
Yep.
And right now we have 7 exercises that we're going to take you through to help you develop your single stroke roll speed.
I'm excited for today.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we got new mics.
Yes. New
Check
mics.
this out, guys. New
What
mics.
do you guys think? Am I just screaming? Am I just screaming, you guys?
We don't have to put these big mics in front of our faces anymore. I can use both hands while I talk. It's
now,
awesome.
Dave is generally extremely flamboyant. So, I mean, before
I like to use a lot of hand gestures.
He was very reserved, having to always hold the mic.
I hated it. But now I'm good. Now I'm excited. So
I can see you over here. Yeah, Dave, I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
You had some problems over Christmas, hey?
Uh-oh. What is this about?
No, you had did that get fixed?
Yes. It got fixed.
I know you had some serious diarrhea issues, so
I'm
I'm glad that stuff got fixed.
undercooked turkey.
Yeah, I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm feeling okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
that's
feeling
good.
okay.
I was gonna get you some medicine for today, but I
Well,
decided not
thanks.
to.
Thanks for at least thinking about me.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay. Hold on. Let me get a drink here.
Okay. Well, while Jared's talking, first
Well,
off,
I'm not talking.
Oh, yeah. While Jared's drinking, sorry, I was just trying to make you look better.
Yeah.
While Jared's drinking, want to talk about practicing all of these exercises with a metronome and recording your results. I can't stress how important that is. I mean, if you're just practicing every day with single stroke roll, that's great. But if you have no way of recording how fast you're going, or you can't see any improvement. So make sure when you do these, have a metronome, whether it's just even a metronome click track from a CD, like the drumming system disc, or it's an actual metronome, and record how fast you can play for how long, so you can actually see improvement while you're actually going through these exercises. So,
yeah, good point. Good point. So basically, what we want to start with, on the basics. And so this lesson, we're going to try and target it to everyone. I know it's tough, but we have to start with saying, what is the single stroke roll?
yes.
I know a lot of you are like, oh, we know what the single stroke roll is, but there are new drummers who are totally green, who don't know anything, don't even know how to hold the drumsticks. And so we just want to first quickly go through what the single stroke roll is, and then we're going to go into some speed exercises. So Dave, why don't you take it away?
Sure.
Tell me what it is.
Single stroke roll, everybody knows how to play it, whether they know what it is or not. All it is it's a roll alternating with left and right. Single stroke, I'm going to just show you a small demo of the single stroke roll. Very basic, just left, right. Nothing really to it.
And this can be done, using all wrists, or you can use partial bounce, and that's some of what we'll be getting to later. But the majority of what we're going to be talking about is just playing it from the wrists. So kind of the way Dave was showing you.
Yeah. And we're going to work on how to develop your speed, not only playing it just on one drum, because that is important, but you also want to learn how to get speed moving around your kit, because a lot of times you're not just playing a fill or a beat on one drum. You're obviously moving around your toms and your cymbals. So you want to be able to not only move your wrist that fast, but your arms and your body needs to be able to move around the kit, which is what some of these exercises will be about.
Yeah. So the first exercise on the sheet music, if any of you have downloaded it, is our monkeys here. Going to bring it up. We have 2 monkeys again, monkey number 1 and monkey number 2.
Yep.
And they're so nervous. They never want to come on camera.
So the first exercise that we're showing right now is just the single stroke roll.
Yep.
That is basically what I just played there. It's notated with 6 deep notes.
Yeah, so that would be counted like this. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's counted 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Simple, right?
Yeah, very easy to do. Some techniques that I like when you're just practicing single stroke roll. One of them is to do like a 1 minute burst of as fast as you can. Make sure, like I said in the beginning, you're keeping track with a metronome. So say you can do 150 beats per minute. As long as you're going as fast as you can for a minute straight without losing any speed or without messing up with your left hand or your weaker hand. Try doing that, because what that does is it shows you pretty much what you can max out at. And then from there you can kind of progress each day, maybe bump it up 1 or 2 beats per minute, or maybe once a week bump it up 5. So that's just a couple different ways, or one different way I guess you can approach just a basic single stroke roll. So
Okay, cool. Okay, now next I want to go on to exercise number 2. This is one of my favorite exercises to do, and I did it for probably 3 to 4 months straight, almost religiously. I would just sit there and do it for hours on end some days. Do you have the practice pad here, Dave?
No.
Monkey, where is it?
It is upstairs, I believe.
Upstairs, okay. Yeah, why don't you run get it? Make a how about ooh, ooh, ahs while you leave. Okay. Basically, I'm going to go through it, and then just so I can count while I do it, he's going to go get me the practice pad. But basically what it is just basically right hand is 8 strokes, left hand is 8 strokes. And then we do 1 bar of straight 16th notes. So it goes like this. And I also like to do it with 4s. So 1 group of 4, 1 group of 4, something like this. And so basically when it comes to the single stroke roll, you're kind of only as fast as your weakest hand. And so what a lot of you will find is especially when doing this hand-to-hand stuff, you'll kind of find your weak spot. And it'll be your left hand or your less dominant hand. Because I'm right-handed, so my left hand is always going to be the weakest. Why don't you bring me that practice pad over here? Don't. Give my ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Okay.
We got to get our monkeys mics.
Yeah, exactly. So let's do 8 to start. So you go from right, left, simple. But I'm serious. If you do that for even 10 minutes a day, just for 10 minutes a day, you'll see a drastic improvement. Like you could literally, if you're going playing 16th notes at 100 beats per minute right now, you could get up to 150 or 170 within a week. So just be diligent and do it every day, and I promise you'll improve.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Try
and you're doing that all with wrists. You're not doing anything.
I'm doing that with wrists. You
Yeah.
could do it with fingers as well. And we have some finger control videos out there. If you go to my YouTube channel, there's a finger control video I just did. Has some of the same elements there. But I would recommend for developing your single stroke roll around the drums, just to use wrists. For now, especially when you're just starting.
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess I'll move on to the next exercise.
Okay, number 3. You got your page?
I got the page, and you want to pass me the practice pad so I can
Yeah.
at least talk I'm doing it here.
We're giving away our other practice pad. We have 2 practice pads, but we're giving the other one away. So we didn't want to use it before we gave it away.
Yeah, for sure. So the exercise number 3, we got it on screen? Yeah, we're good?
Close and they can't see my hands when the sheet music is on the screen. So once he starts, show the exercise. Is it there? Okay, now take it off.
So anyway,
Monkeys are still
you can
learning.
see exercise number 3. What it is it's a mixture between straight notes and, or I guess you can say just regular 16th notes and 16th note triplets. And what this is going to do, if you notice, a 16th note triplet is going to be a little bit faster than a 16th note. So it's going to force you to get a little bit more speed just for a short burst of time. And what that does is it actually, over time, it'll actually increase your overall speed just by doing short bursts of faster tempos. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you start this exercise out slow, because you never know if it's going to be too fast when you hit the triplets. So let me show you how it's actually played on the
Dave,
practice pad.
They can't hear the practice pad. Take that thing off. Just use the snare.
Okay, we'll take this off.
Yeah.
Here you go. Okay, so I'll just use the snare here, and I'll go really slow at first, and I'll kind of pick it up, but you don't want to start out too fast. Otherwise, once you hit the triplets, it'll be a little bit too quick for you. So let's try this here at a slower tempo. So that's a very slow tempo at first, just so I can get the feel of it. Now let's try to pick it up a little bit so we can work on our speed.
Okay, one thing I want to kind of add to that, Dave, is what you're doing a lot of accenting there, and kind of what I've always recommended is to try and have as much control at all times as possible. And so I know you weren't even thinking about it; you're just playing the exercise.
Yeah.
But I would also recommend to try and play it with no accents, so just straight 16ths to straight 16th note triplets. And you'll find to play the 16th note triplets might be a little bit hard at first, but eventually, if you are able to gain that sort of control, you'd be crazy around the kit, and you'll have total control of where you place the accents, and you won't be limited to having to place them on all the eighth notes within the 16th note triplets.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. And one of the reasons why I was playing accents is I'm using a little bit of the Moeller method, I guess you can say. So I'm accenting a bit to get more bounce. But if you actually take away those accents, you're forcing your muscles on your wrist to do every single stroke at even strength and even volume, which is a lot better to do. So
yeah, let me just try it here and see what it sounds like without accents.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a second to get into it there, but that's how you want it to just sound totally flatlined, and obviously that's not very musical, but if you're practicing this and you're trying to gain speed, definitely work on that.
Cool.
That's something that'll help you a lot. Okay, next one we got number 4. Just quickly throw it on screen there, monkey. Is it on? Why would you do that? Okay, nobody can see him, but he just did something very not nice to me. Okay, so this one basically is goes from the snare drum to the floor tom, and what you'll find is the most difficult thing about it is you start in the snare, you do 4 strokes, 4 in the low tom, and then the next stroke is played with my right hand. But the last stroke on my floor tom is played with my left hand. So as soon as my left hand stroke is done, you'll see me quickly move back over here so I can start and keep right on time. And so let me show you what I mean. So you'll see even once there, I nicked the stick. And be careful, especially when you're doing that you don't hit your hands. But once you get it up to speed, you can try a little bit faster. So start it off, take it slow, don't hit yourself, don't hurt your fingers, but that's kind of the exercise that I use a lot, and it's also great because after that you could start practicing your crossovers.
Cool.
So yeah.
You should actually go right into exercise 5 because it's very similar to the same one, just moving around the toms and stuff, and that'd be great. That'd be a great one to go through. Do you want to pop number 5 up there?
Yeah.
There we go.
Basically number 5 is, and I've written these exercises to kind of match what the majority of drum sets are, the general drum sets are. And so right now we're both playing with 4-piece kits. So we have 2 toms. He's got a Casey drum kit. Casey drums, they're awesome. Throw one out. And then I'm playing a DW. I got a 26-inch bass drum, 13 and 18-inch toms.
It's an absolute massive kit.
Yeah, massive kit.
Sounds so good.
But so I'm going to replace because I don't have the second tom, I'm going to replace the mid tom on the sheet music with my ride cymbal. So I'll go snare, high tom, ride cymbal, low tom, snare, high tom, ride cymbal, low tom.
Are you doing 4 on each one, or are you doing 8?
4 on each one.
4 on each one? Okay.
Yeah. 4 on each one. So let me show you what it sounds like. Yeah, so that's basically the start of that. And so if you wanted to just kind of practice it without having to play it as a fill, just put your kick drum on quarter notes, like this. And always make sure to breathe when you're playing, okay? That always used to be a problem for me and still kind of is. So I always try and take deep breaths, especially when I'm doing something like that.
Excellent. That's a really good exercise of moving around the kit, getting that speed from tom to tom, especially your floor tom back to your snare. Exercise 6 is, I'll show this one if you want to throw exercise 6 up on screen there. This one here is, it's very similar to the one that Jared just did. However, the difference is instead of going around the kit, you're going to go back and forth from the low tom, snare, high tom, snare, low tom, snare, and back and forth.
Start on the snare.
Yeah, you start on the snare, but you just pretty much are alternating between these two.
Yeah.
And again, you're doing 4 at a time, and you can do exactly what Jared was doing, playing a quarter note on the kick. But let me show you how that sounds starting on the snare.
Sorry, let me interrupt.
Sure.
This will also work if, let's say, the one I just played, you don't even have a ride cymbal here, so you have nothing to replace that mid tom with. You could just play this one instead.
So let's give it a try. So as you can see, it's very similar to the one he just played. I can play it in a beat, or I can play it in a fill, just to make it more entertaining for yourself to do. But in the short, it's pretty much just moving from back and forth, and it's really going to force you to move your whole shoulders and your arms. And again, watch your sticking. Make sure you're not hitting yourself, and make sure you're not cracking your sticks, because that's something that that easily happens with this kind of an exercise. So, yeah. So then that's basically that exercise. The last one we have, which is exercise number 7. If you want to throw that one up, it's almost the same thing, but instead of going back and forth on 4 on each one, you're going to do pretty much 1 on each one, okay? And you're going to start out with the low tom. You're going to start with the low tom, you're going to hit the snare twice, and then with your left hand, you're going to hit the high tom, and then the snare twice again. So, or sorry, I said that wrong. After your high tom, you go back to your low tom. So let me show you this in slow, and then I'll kind of speed it up for you. So I'll do it again with like quarter note accents.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so again, using your wrists, moving back and forth from low tom, high tom, and snare. Great exercises for developing your speed, especially with your wrist control around the kit. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're done to all the exercises, right?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, that's all the exercises. And here's one thing I kind of want to say. I get, like I always said, I get tons of emails each week. I probably get around 100 emails a day. And a lot of those emails are from drummers who are looking, for what is that one thing that's going to help me get faster around the drums? What's that one thing that's going to help me get faster bass drum speed and stuff. And the thing is like there's little tips and tricks that we can do as far as grip and as far as like learning the molar method and the heel toe technique. But when it comes down to it, when everything else is stripped away, it's just practice. You just need to practice.
Yeah.
And I think, especially in this day and age, a lot of people have just gotten really lazy. And so I want to encourage you guys not to be lazy with your practice. If you want to get good at drums, put the time in. Okay, practice 6 hours a day. Practice, if you can't practice 6 hours a day, practice as much as you possibly can. So if you can't get to a drum set, try and get to a practice pad. If you can't get to a practice pad, if you have a pair of shoes, they have a rubber sole, you can practice on that. I don't care, there's always a way. And if you really, really want to do it, you can do it. But I don't mind replying to the emails and kind of giving tips and stuff, but when it comes down to it, it's just, you just need to put the time in. So put the time in.
Good point. And when you're practicing for stick control or for speed, it's not going to happen with one massive 8-hour practice session. It's kind of like going to the gym. You have to, organize your practice time so you're constantly building your muscle memory and your muscle development. So you don't want to just sit down, okay, well, I can only practice once a week. Let's do an 8-hour session. If you can break that down daily, even if it's 15 minutes a day just on a practice pad with single strokes, that's going to do a lot more than just one huge long session.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
Yeah.
Great. So now we're going to take some questions, okay? We want to answer whatever questions you guys
Yes.
have. So no more posting in the chat. Just post if you have a question. Does anybody have a question? I'm drinking Coke. Angoliant.
What is the molar method? The molar method is a technique on actually the way you hold your stick and the way you balance it and use your wrists and the motions and physics of the stick to get more strokes. And it's not easy to explain on a live video, but we are going to give away a molar method DVD at the end of this. So one of you guys is going to get a chance to check out the actual video of it. Mike does a great job in teaching it. So
Yeah. Should we use wrists for all these exercises? You don't have to, but especially when going around the drums. And today I'm using 13-inch and 18-inch toms. So for me to use anything but wrists on a low tom, I mean, you can do some finger pullouts and stuff, but it's mainly wrists. And if you want to build it up so it's really fast, I would just practice wrists for now, especially if you're just starting, because that's where a lot of the power is going to come from as well.
yeah.
But on the snare drum, you can do fingers, and eventually you can incorporate some fingers technique into your playing around the kit.
Fingers is faster. It is true you can get faster with fingers. However, it's not you don't get as much power from them.
Yeah.
Just like Jared was saying with the tom. Why does Jared have more cymbals?
What grip is the best for fast single strokes? It depends where you're playing. If I was doing single strokes on the ride cymbal, I'd probably do kind of a French grip, and I'd probably use a lot of fingers just because to get a lot of volume, you don't actually even have to hit that hard. But if I were to do on the floor tom, I'd probably use like a more Germanic grip or American grip, something like that. It kind of depends where you're on the drums and body positioning, right?
Yeah, totally. There's one question that I wanted to answer. It was, what about practicing on a pillow? And that's a question I get emailed and asked on the phone all the time. And there is a lot of benefit to practicing on a pillow because it's going to eliminate all the response from your pad or your drum. So you're going to get no bounce back. So it's going to force you to use more wrist control. And that's just basically there to develop your speed with your wrists without having no bounce back. So,
Yeah, Brad says, do gel practice pads help build speed? I actually practice on the gel practice pad. I think it's an R-Tom. I think it might be made by the same people who make Moon Gel, but they have this gel practice pad out there. It's like $40 or something like that, and it's definitely helpful if you can't find anything else around the house. But yeah, definitely helpful, definitely portable. We're not going to do the exfil right now. You can see how to do the exfil. Just sign up for the secret lessons at freedrumlessons.com. There's like a 5-minute video on the exfil. It's got overhead cams, and it kind of breaks it all down, and there's all the sheet music there.
Okay, let's see here. Weekend is important to be good at single stroke roll. Like Jared said in the beginning, you can only go as fast as your weekend. So I mean, if you're just practicing your right hand all the time, you can only go as fast as your left hand can go, or if you're other way around. So practice your weaker hand just as much, if not more, than your stronger hand.
Yeah, here's one tip for practicing your weaker hand. This is what I always got my students to do. So normally you'll find if you're right hand dominant, which I am, you're going to be practicing like this. This is how it'll sound when you practice single stroke roll. So if it sounded fine, there's nothing really wrong with it. I was definitely accenting with my right hand, and that was the pulse that was kind of moving the single stroke roll forward. But if you wanted to build up your left hand, I'd recommend you just kind of getting them to switch rolls. So now your left hand kind of takes that pulse, and it would sound something like this. So you see, and you'll find, especially when you start doing that it's going to feel really awkward. Also, and to develop your left hand more, I would recommend if you're sitting at your computer, a lot of you are at your computer right now, move your mouse to the left-hand side. If you're right-hand dominant, if you're left-hand dominant, move it to the right-hand side. Next time you go to brush your teeth, I know a lot of you are watching from across the world. Next time you brush your teeth with your left hand or your non-dominant hand. I mean, start doing everything with your non-dominant hand. You'll be surprised at how fast it'll catch up to your dominant hand.
I gotta keep one guy, Rester, I think it's Rusty. Rusty
Miyagi.
keeps asking.
No, I'm going to talk to Miyagi. I do not read the tuna thread. Okay? Keep going.
Can I go now?
Yeah. I don't think that's how you spell, that's how you pronounce it. I forget, but I don't want to say it.
He's copied and pasted this in there like
Anyway,
7
to
times.
make moving around the kit fast, easier. Yeah, we just kind of gave you 7 exercises that make moving around the kit easier.
There's
Like I said, there's no quick fix. There's some certain things that help out, but if you really want to get fast, go to your kit and practice.
I mean, you can always set it up a little closer together, but I mean,
that's not going to do
that's not
anything in
even
the
gonna
long
do
run,
much,
though.
no. It's
Just sit down and practice. Put the time in. I mean, I don't feel bad for you if you're not fast and you haven't put the time in and practiced.
so
If you put in like 10 years practicing, trying to get fast, and you're still playing at 50 beats per minute, then I might feel sorry for you. But we're not there yet. I don't think none of you guys are there. So do some drumming. Okay, let's do some drumming. Let's do some solos.
Okay, well, what do you want to do?
Let's do a solo.
Okay, you do solo and then.
No, we'll do it together.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you-
No. I'll go.
I stole your cymbal. That was
Did you hit
wicked.
this one?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did.
And you choked her anyway. Good solo though.
Yeah, you too. Okay, is there any more questions? Or
26-inch.
Yeah, 26-inch
Okay.
kick. Don't use the Lord's name in vain, Oregon.
Come on.
Okay,
Let's give away some stuff.
yeah, let's give away some stuff.
Sure. All right. So first thing we're gonna give away a free pair of sticks.
Free drumsticks, okay? If you want the ones I used today, I'll give you the ones I used today. Otherwise,
with his
I can
sweat
give you-
on them.
I can give you a brand new pair of Vic Firth Extreme 5A drumsticks.
What's
Get a
first?
close-up of this. Come on. Just sitting
This is
there.
ridiculous.
You're not getting any bananas later.
This is not a union either. There's no union job.
Vic Firth, 5A drumsticks.
What's the question? Go ahead, ask. What's
the question is,
first person to post?
first person to post the answer to this question. Who is the first drummer to get the world record for the fastest single stroke roll? Who is the first drummer to get the Guinness World Record for the fastest single stroke roll?
Not Lars Ulrich. Not Mike Mangini. Nope.
None of you guys got it yet. It's the first guy. It's not the current world record holder, okay? It's the first guy to get the single stroke roll world record. No, not you. Not you.
Not Dave Lombardo.
Tim Watterson is with feet, was one of the first, but not with hands.
Oh,
Johnny Rabb.
Johnny Rabb. There
Jay
we go.
Tong.
Jay Tong.
Johnny Rabb. His name's spelled with 2 B's at the end, I think. Jay Tong, you get a free pair of drumsticks.
Yeah.
Okay? You need to email me, jared@railroadmedia.com. Okay? Or you can private message us our Ustream account, ustream.tv/freedrumlessons. Okay?
Cool.
So you got a free pair of drumsticks.
So the next question, this is for a Molar Method DVD. It's a 2-disc set. And
Let's throw it up. What is it? Show them what it is.
It's up. You can see what it
Cool.
is. It's by Mike McCalco. It teaches you the Molar Method. Great for single stroke roll speed.
Yeah.
The question for this one, what is the first and last name of the person who created the Molar Method?
Yeah. Who is the Molar
First-
method named after?
Yes.
That would be easier.
Okay. Well, who is the Molar Method named after?
Who is it?
Sanford Molar. There we go.
Sabe Tudo. Sabe Tudo. You got it. Sanford Augustus Molar. You didn't get the middle name, but
I
Sir
didn't require,
Dave didn't
I didn't
ask you
require the
for
middle
it.
name.
okay.
So you get a Molar Method.
Email jared@railroadmedia.com or private message ustream.tv/freedomlessons. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, the last question, and we're going to be giving away an eco pad for this one, okay? It's a practice pad made from recycled tires, all kind of stuffed together. Is it on screen? There you go, eco pad.
There we are.
It's eco-friendly.
Yeah.
2-sided, great practice pad, especially for developing your single stroke roll. Okay, what is the most popular device that's used to measure your stick speed? So what was the device that was used to measure the fastest single stroke roll and the fastest?
Oh.
Kevin.
Kevin plays drums.
Kevin plays drums. You got it, man. I think that's the
Metronome.
second time he's won.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, this is paying off.
Kevin plays
You can
drums.
eBay all this stuff and start making some cash.
Yes. Yes, it is. What did you win this time? First time?
Yeah, what did you win last time, Kevin? Shirt. Okay, well, I get eco
We should have
pad
waited
now.
till this week, shipped them together, saved us a couple bucks.
Exactly.
We're gonna wait until next week just in
Yeah.
case you win again.
Okay, whoever won something, I'll ship it to you for free. Me and Dave will pay for it, so don't worry about that. And thanks so much for joining us.
Yes.
Next lesson is next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and I don't even have written down what we're doing next Tuesday, but
It's a surprise.
it's a surprise. I'll post it in the forum. For this lesson, the sheet music is in the freedrumlessons.com drum forums.
Yeah.
You just got to go to freedrumlessons.com/drum-forums, and then go find the general drumming topic, and then you'll see the topic on developing your single stroke roll. It's right at the top.
PDF, you
Okay.
can print it out if you want, or just
Yep.
watch on your computer.
Print out,
Cool.
do whatever you want. Okay, so thanks so much for you guys for showing up. We had a blast once
Fun.
again, and we will see you next week.
See you at 4, 7.
Okay.
See you next week.
Check you later, guys.